Talk about the Spurs, baby.
All right, what to do, everybody? It's your boy LG from Where There's Smoke. I'm here with Mr. Joe Games. We are indeed going to talk about the Spurs, the NBA Finals, and the series that they just had. We're also going to talk about Dana White, and he had an interview with Time Magazine. We're kind of going to dissect that, especially the part about masculinity and that sort of thing. We're going to talk a little bit about the Jeff Bezos rocket failure, also possibly the Jay-Z diss, and he's calling out a bunch of different people, and we'll see what else, but for sure those things. Mr. Joe Games, say what's up, and then we'll hop into things.
What do, everybody? Mr. Joe Games here. We back with another podcast, debate, talk, modern news, today's news, internet news, whatever you want to call it. Thank you, LG, for having me on. And go Spurs, go! We are proud Texans, and we stand with fellow Texans. And the Spurs went crazy. It was a really good game. I was really happy for the Spurs. I got a little worried around halftime because they in the second quarter they were up like 18 points, and then they came back. OKC came back. We're up at one point, but then the Spurs got their head back in the game. It only took them giving up like 10, 15 points, which was very nerve wracking. But besides that, it was a good game, and I'm excited for the finals. How do you
Yeah,
feel about that, LOG?
yeah, my bad. I'm gonna hook up my headphones here in a second, but yeah, I think it was a good game. Like I feel like Shea didn't have his normal help. Um, like Jalen Williams was out. He's like their second big player. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's like the other guy with the braids. He's a shooting guard. He's like good for usually about at least 20 a game. So he's like the really, people that are familiar with the sport and especially that team know him for sure. J Dub, he's their all star. Um, so he was out. I feel like someone else on their team was also out. And then the other big thing people were saying is that like Chet Holmgren, who's their other all star, and he's like the one that's supposed to like pretty much kind of go at Wimby at least a little bit. He's their tall guy. He just totally kind of like he did okay in the whole series, but in Game 7 he only took 2 shots, and everyone's just like, "What the fuck, man? You're supposed to be like part of their big three, basically, and you just didn't do shit." So everyone's kind of like down on him, and someone I even heard say like they think the Thunder might consider moving him. Like, hey, if we're gonna be facing up against Wimby for the next 10 years, and you're just gonna like scrub it up against him, we got to get somebody else. So who knows if that'll really happen? But I thought that was an interesting thing for someone to throw out. I thought that was like a little quick of them to say, but you know, uh, yeah. What did you have any other
But
thoughts
what
on
about
it
the
or?
previous games? What about the previous games? Like, how did that guy do? Like,
I
you
know he
can't
scored
blame someone for having
16 in one
a.
game. I have the stats pulled up for all the games. We could. I was just thinking we could go over them real quick. Let me plug in my headphones real quick.
They getting mad over him for playing bad one game. Crazy.
Let's
I
see.
know. Most of those guys are just there for a paycheck, I'd say.
What were you saying?
I mean, you're allowed to have a bad game here and there, but I guess in
Yeah,
the finals of the
game
Western
one went to
Conference,
overtime too. I forgot about that. I was telling someone that the other day. That's like kind of a big deal. Like
yeah,
that
that could
easily
have.
could have gone to the Thunder. Yeah, it was a double overtime, I believe. Did it? Yeah. Kind of look at some of like the overall stats. You can have like the player stats and see like who scored what. But I was just gonna see. I feel like if I paid attention to these more often, I feel like there's indicators that you could look at and see that would be good predictors for like the finals because a lot of times like turnovers, rebounds are huge things people look at. But like so the Spurs won this one. Uh, Rebounds they out rebounded by 20, and turnovers they had more turnovers though. So Have you ever looked at this kind of
Yeah,
stuff
it's
or
just,
no?
nah, not really, but I just know that it was a crazy game.
This is game one.
Like Wemby was making threes. That was nice. I was kind of upset when he started shooting threes. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Then I was like, "Oh, okay, you're good." Because I'm a big guy too, so usually it's like, just go up, dude.
Look at the 3-point percentage. In the first game, the Spurs shot 30% from three, Thunder 37. In game two, it reversed. The Spurs shot 40% and the Thunder shot 36. But the Thunder won that game. So it's like whoever's shooting the better 3-point percentage didn't really matter in the first couple games, which is interesting. You would think. Let's see. Rebounds. It's interesting. It's pretty even stats on a lot of things. Spurs are out rebound. Oh no, Thunder out rebounded in that game. Well, yeah, they're pretty even teams, honestly.
No, yeah, it was a really good game. Like they were real back and forth, but the Spurs were able to actually get their lead and hold on to it, not give it up.
Mm. Say that last part again.
Like they were able to get their lead and not give it up.
Oh, last night, yeah, they got really close though.
Yeah. Like I said, halftime. Like if they had that halftime moment was crucial and critical, and I feel like the Spurs coach was taking good use of his timeouts and stuff because they were. I feel like they were getting a bit of momentum.
Yeah.
The Thunder.
Here's the stats for last night's game. We'll just kind of jump ahead.
OKC.
Yeah, I feel like the Spurs just had more guys that were ready to play. Like they had some young guys too. That one guy, I forgot what his name is.
With the braids.
Not Jade. Who? No. The guy who paints his nails on the Thunder. Let me see.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
Jared McCain and Casey Wallace. I think it was Jared McCain. He was pretty good. But they just, I feel like, Caruso only had 12 points. Jared McCain only had 12 points. They had some contributors, but Chet having 4, you can't really have that. But yeah, the Spurs defense, I think, was the story for me. Both teams have offenses that can score, but the Spurs, I think if both teams get rolling, probably about even, but the Spurs defense, I think, is the story of this one, to really shut down Shea and have a bunch of different young guys that are athletic and he's still got some foul calls, but not as much as normal, and those guys really tired him out. And they have Castle, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Dylan Harper, and even they can put that young guy Brian on him. They just have so many, and De'Aaron Fox too, Harrison Barnes, but those other guys first. But they have so many people they can guard him with, that can keep up with him without fouling, at least as much as normal. It really just made it, and he didn't have his normal. He didn't have J-Dub, and Chet was just like kind of limping. Like, let's see. Last night Chet had 4 points. Game 6, let's see how many he had. 10. That's something. But he's an all-star. 16 in game 5. 10 in game 4. 14. So, like, last night was exceptionally low. 13 in game 2. 8. But he's very capable of scoring 20 or 30 points. So, for him to average around 10 or 12, and him to only really get, in his best games, 14 or 16 points, he should have been scoring an average around 20 points a game, and they could have won this series. And he's an all-star. So, my takeaways are, for the whole series, Spurs really good defense, and Chet Holmgren fell short. And congratulations to Victor and them. They played really great. So,
Yeah, they played really, really good.
Yep.
He needed it. And they were like kind of drawing the fouls, like they're starting to learn how to like draw fouls, like
Yeah.
throwing themselves like LeBron. But
the Spurs?
yeah, that was good. Yeah, like the Wemby
I don't
starting
know.
to feel more comfortable.
There was a lot of cheap shots and dirty plays and stuff.
There was a lot of fouling.
Yeah.
I will admit that, especially in that last game.
There was 2 different times Caruso, like, Stephon Castle had like a wide open dunk and Caruso fouled him from behind. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see the Knicks. I've watched them some, but I haven't watched them near as much. I know they have Karl Anthony Towns. I know Brunson is like really good. He's gonna be the trouble of the series, but they have a really good team, so it's gonna be a really good series. I don't know. I don't have any predictions really. It's gonna be interesting to see Wemby versus Cat, and they have a lot of good players too. So we'll see. I don't know if their wing defense is as good as our wing defense, but that might be what it comes down to. That's what it came down to in this series, you know. Vassell, Castle, were just too much versus like their defense, you know. So it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So, let's watch this real quick. Not that. This.
Not in the Thunder Spurs series. Rich, they're not doing it. And let me tell you, Shea is flopping on every possession. He's flopping on every possession. It's ridiculous. Hartenstein and Chet are fouling Wemby all the time. Now, I mean, by the way, there's even...
they have to. Like, it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
The OKC player who flopped when they waved off the three. Harper hit a three. And someone totally flopped. It's obvious. It's in front of the ref, and the ref waves off the three. So here are the options for what's going on. And then I don't want to talk about what they're doing to Wemby. They're either the refs are very bad at their jobs, and they keep missing everything. I find that hard to believe, because the refs are good at their jobs. That's why they got to be NBA refs, and because it's happening in front of everybody. Everyone can see the flopping. Everyone can see Shea trying to, sell the calls. Everyone can see what Hartenstein and what Chet are doing to Wemby, right? So they're either bad at their jobs and can be easily fooled, which means that they're bad referees and they shouldn't be reffing, or the league is sending them messages, hey, let people do this, which is bad on the league, right? I'm just going through the possible options. Let certain things slide, right? Or the refs are making that decision on their own, which is also bad. Right? Those are 3 options. The refs don't have to hear from the league. They're just like, okay, we're going to let him do. Wemby's too impossible to contain. We'll let him get away with this on Wemby. Hey, this is what Shea does. We'll give him a whistle. Any way you slice it, the preferable situation in these playoffs would be for the refs just to call the game properly. Just call the game. They're not doing it. Not in the Thunder Spurs series. Rich, they're not doing it. And let me tell you, the real problem is Hartenstein is getting away with vet moves on Wemby. I'm not mad at Hartenstein. If they're going to let him do it, he should be doing it. If he's able to hold Wemby, and everyone sees this, he's doing it with 2 hands, right?
Yeah, but
holding
Wemby
Wemby.
Don't see that, Max.
But
you gotta let that. Physicality. You gotta let that.
No, there's physicality. That's fine. But if you hold a dude like this so he can't move in plain view of the ref, but I'm not mad at Hartenstein because obviously
don't call it. Call it.
But Chet is something else. Chet steps on Wemby's foot, obviously intentionally.
Well,
that is so
that's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You could affect the dude's
I didn't know if
career
that was by mistake.
Come on.
No, I'm asking.
No, if that's by mistake,
He's hurt by that, but yeah, they were playing pretty dirty. Yeah. There was one play where like Hartenstein pulled Castle's hair. So the Spurs had some fouls too that were missed, but like I think the Thunder were playing a little more dirty overall. So interesting. I don't know.
The only shot.
Oh, this is not as much of playing dirty, but this is someone just complaining about Chet not really coming through in Game 4 or 7, which we already talked about. But anyway, yeah, it's interesting. Y'all let us know what y'all thought of the series between OKC and San Antonio. Like, who's your favorite player? Who do you think mattered the most, sort of thing, and who most disappointed you, type of thing, and then what are you expecting from the finals? For sure, I want to hear predictions and what players you expect are gonna be the difference makers and that sort of thing. We all know like Brunson and Wemby, the big names, but like who's gonna be the difference maker of the 4th, 5th, 6th kind of man down the line type of thing?
I got something to say.
What's up?
San Antonio, how we roll, how we roll. San Antonio.
You think you're a San Antonio girl?
Yeah, fucking take her out.
Yeah,
They
Harper.
know.
If he has a big game, I think that's like those are games we win. Let's see if that is true with the box scores in the series we just had.
Just pass the ball to Wemby.
Yeah, but Harper's like a secret weapon. 24 points in game 1. Harper 12 in game 2 and we lost.
So when did the finals start, next week or?
We lost this one. He only had 6. They start on Wednesday.
So they got a little time to recover and just chill.
7 in this one we won, so that's not too important.
You think the Spurs are practicing right now, or you think they're just having to rest or training or like trainers?
I think
like,
if they do have a practice today, that it might be like. Actually, I don't know. But today's their first day back, so they may or may not practice. They might just do like film. But then they'll probably practice the rest of the like Monday, Tuesday for sure.
or just have them in the trainer's office, just stretching.
Today's probably a video session because they probably didn't get home till like 3 or 4 in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, because they probably flew out of New York at like midnight.
On their own day of their own plane.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Right. Fuck it.
Yeah. And like you'll see the schedule for the finals. Games are like every other day, but then when they have to travel from San Antonio to New York or vice versa, they give them like 1 extra day in between on the schedule. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Because that's reasonable. Like that's pretty fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure back in the day they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Who knows? So I know at one point the finals used to be like 2 games at one place and then 3 in a row at the other place and then 2 games, so there was less traveling. But now it's like 2. It'll be 2 in San Antonio, 2 in New York, and then back and forth. 1 in San Antonio, 1 in New York, 1 in San Antonio, if it makes it that far. But I believe San Antonio has the home court advantage. I guess we're done looking at these box scores. Let me see.
Yeah, I promised my coworker that if the Spurs made it to finals, he's like a 60-year-old man, that we'd go watch one of the games together.
Dang. Yeah, the Spurs have the first
Yeah.
2 games. They have home court advantage. So that means the
I
Knicks
need it.
have to win at least 1 in San Antonio to win the finals. That's what home court advantage does for you. So, cool. That'll be good. Wednesday, game 1 at 7:30. Who do the Knicks got? Oh no, I don't. That's gross. It's gross. I know they have OG Anunoby. I know they have Mitchell Robinson, Cat Williams. Cat Williams.
Cat
Karl
Williams.
Anthony Towns, Cat Williams. Cat Williams. They have Josh Hart, who's a really good role player. Mikal Bridges is like one of their real good shooters. And then Brunson, I don't know if I already said him, but he's like their point guard, like really good scoring guy. And those are all the players I'm familiar with. So it'll be good. I'll be looking forward to it for sure. And yeah, game 3 and 5 are like the big games of the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I hope it's just as good. Like back and forth.
I think it will be.
Like just game 1 goes to fucking Spurs, whatever. And then just fucking. I just want it to be a bloodbath.
Dang.
I want more fouls this game.
More fouls. Alright, let's see what
Nah, that's
Dan
pretty
White has
messed
to
up,
say.
man. But yeah, good job, Spurs. Shout out to Spurs. It's time to move on to a new topic.
There was a lot of people that were saying one of the refs was getting investigated after game 5 or game 6. That's not true at all. Or Weston even thought one of the refs got fired. That's absolutely not true. So they would have been talking
Really?
about that on SportsCenter if that was the case. You know what I mean? That would have been big time news. If a ref got fired during the Western Conference Finals, No, that did not happen. But I mean, I wouldn't doubt that it could happen, but it didn't. So anyway, let's watch. I just happened to see this. It came up on my YouTube timeline a day ago, and Dana said something about a year or two ago that I thought was real stupid. So here he is saying some more dumb stuff. I mean, give my input.
I mean, I understand you have to be stupid to take risks and to, bet it all, but this guy's like just betting too much. I hear he's losing a lot of money in casinos, and he's become quite a problem to a lot of these casinos.
Really?
And there was an interview of this guy's like, oh, I wake up every day and I'm out to win. I'm like, bro, how much more winning do you need when you're a billionaire, millionaire, whatever it is?
Yeah.
You're close to a billionaire.
What more can you win?
I'm pretty sure he's a millionaire. Yeah, it's like, dude.
Oh,
enjoy
yeah, he's a
life.
millionaire for sure.
I
For sure
don't
millionaire,
judge people.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what his net worth is. Don't be pocket watching fucking Vlad, goddammit. Pocket watching, man. How does Vlad say? Net worth of 500 million and 600 million. So yeah, he's doing fine.
I mean, he's almost there.
Yeah.
People by their politics. I don't. I judge you by, are you or are you not a douchebag?
He's a fucking
Boom. Yeah, exactly. He's a douchebag. He's making a living these days off of having the peak male athletes beat the shit out of each other.
And he's not even paying him properly. Like, he should be paying him more and, like, helping them out more. And, like, really, like, instead of wasting all his money in the casinos or
I feel
doing
like Joe
dumb
Rogan was
shit.
seen saying that too. Yeah, he would want to pay him more. I'm not a douchebag.
We profiled data.
Or are you not a douchebag?
We should clip that and put that in one of our rap songs.
Yeah.
I'm not a douchebag. I should be a
Look at
douchebag
this.
on the song.
Yeah. Just taking pictures, people taking pictures of him puffing a cigar in an old black suit. I'm not a douchebag at all. I'm chic. This is chic. This is cool and edgy.
We profiled Dana White for the cover of Time because he's the CEO.
Douchebags don't take pictures like this. Only real masculine.
Well, it's for a
men.
cover. It's for a cover shoot. I get it. I get it.
With
But
my head
really,
tilted
like-
down and my mouth slightly open and the shadows on my face, so I look real tough and like I'm gazing off into something. Yeah, douchebag.
A real masculine man would have his family in the picture, maybe like his wife or
Tough,
maybe out and
dark,
about.
and looking down.
of the UFC. And in case you haven't heard, the UFC is
Joe
staging
Rogan.
a special event at the White House in June. It's a spectacle that will essentially serve as the unofficial opening of the summer-long celebration of the United States' 250th anniversary.
And on Sunday, we will have
Oh, I saw this. They're building a UFC ring in front of the White House.
Oh yeah. Look how much he loves it.
It also serves as a career capstone for White, whose cloud is only growing both inside and
But that's
outside.
supposed to be
the
like his. Is that just temporary?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But still, look how excited he is about it.
He played a crucial role in Trump's 2024 campaign. He introduced him at
I'm not a douchebag. I'm just the kind of guy that supports President Trump.
Yeah, my grandma was
Republican
talking shit about Trump today.
Yeah.
She was like, everything's just so expensive. Everything's just getting. Trump said everything's gonna go down. I'm like, grandma, you can't believe everything that man says.
If there's one thing about me, I'm a great liar.
and helped him reach young male voters.
Let's give a round of applause to Donald Trump.
Thanks, sir.
There we go.
My son's a big fan of yours, Baron.
Really, Baron is?
Yeah.
So every day I come in here, I work out, start my day, do
Whether or not you admire White's unfiltered, profane leadership style, or his unapologetic embrace of the type of masculinity that's now synonymous with America's political leadership, you cannot deny that he's now at the peak of his powers.
There's nothing masculine about Trump. He comes out to the YMCA.
He's dancing to it.
Yeah.
I mean, that song was made for kids, bro. Like, they taught us that song when we were in elementary and shit.
Trump even said it's the gay national anthem. It's like, dude, why do you come out dancing to it then? Freaking weirdo.
I mean, he's gay. He's very
gay. Very gay.
He's happy. The definition of gay means happy, right, Logan? It's very happy.
Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge of staging a fight at the White House?
Obviously, security, financial, outdoors.
Is there anything about it that you're nervous about?
I'm never nervous. I'm never nervous.
I ain't never scared.
Weird thing where I just want it to be over. You know what I mean? It's like, and you don't want to live your life that way. You're going into this incredible one-on-one experience, and like all you want to do is be over. But that's what I do to myself. Instead of being nervous or any of that stuff, I just want to.
Trump told me, and I'm going to read from my notes right now because I. And how do you describe your friendship with him now? I think you called him one of your best friends. Is that fair?
Yeah, he and I are very, very close. And when you think about what you would deem a best friend in your life, he is definitely one of those guys.
How does the UFC represent America, in your opinion?
I think the coolest thing about the UFC is it represents everywhere. Every fighter that comes in from wherever in the United States, Brazil, Canada, the rest of the world, they all get to represent. No, the way that I live my life is I try to be a good person. I try to be a good human being. I try to take care of my employees, my family, my friends.
That's cap.
I try.
Yeah.
But not just fighters.
Yeah, exactly.
He beats his wife. Have you seen that?
Allegedly, yeah. I mean.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I heard rumors
Allegedly,
about that back in the
allegedly.
day. Yeah.
I think there's a video of him like arguing with his wife in a casino.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole fighting thing is the real, like, I don't know how poorly or well are they paid. I mean, I don't think there's a retirement program. You know what I mean? They have to feel like they have to keep fighting to keep making money and maintain their lifestyle. He doesn't care about any of that kind of stuff. He's not.
But you come out brain dead and shit.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He's not saying, hey, after 10 fights, I have a program where you're gonna still have some sort of a, like, we're gonna help you invest your money and you're never gonna have to fight again or any of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? If they blow all their money on stupid stuff and drugs and cars and women, does he care really? Like,
To help people
I mean, not that he
Cars, clothes, hoes, bros.
money in the muscle.
that are in need. If I can,
Money in the cars in the clothes.
and if there's anything that I can do to help,
Except give away my money, or stop getting people to beat the shit out of each other, or stop supporting Trump, who's a piece of shit. Other than those things, if there's anything I can do, yeah, I might do it. He's having a hard time even saying it. Look at him.
I try to help people that are in need. If I can, if there's anything that I can do to help,
I'm not gonna give up any of my bad habits though.
never get caught up in judging people by their politics or
I'm so tired of hearing I'm not gonna judge them. Fuck that. I am gonna judge. The people say that as an excuse not to be discerning. Trump is a loser and like he's doing terrible things for our country. You can't judge that. You're just gonna keep supporting him. It's like, dude, you're like, I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge what's good or bad. But you judge when you call someone a douchebag. So you are judging. Use that judgment all the way around. It's selective judging, only when you want to.
Only God.
I take back.
Huh?
Only God can judge me.
Yeah, that's an excuse not for people not to discern what the hell's right or wrong.
from this on the right. You know what I mean? That I don't judge people by their politics. I don't. I judge you by,
You're an idiot.
are you?
And you're a fucking liar. That's an actual lie. I know he thinks less of people that are on the left. There's no way he can convince me otherwise. Just kiss
For
my
sure.
ass, dude.
For sure.
Or are you not a douchebag? If you're a douchebag, highly likely that I will not be friends with you and whatever. But I don't.
Oh, what a loss for all the douches out there.
I'm a douchebag. Anyway.
Tatum is not going to be my friend.
People I'm friends with people on the far left, and I'm friends with people on the far right, and I consider myself right down the middle.
The only people that he's friends with on the far left are people that have a lot of money. I'd be willing to make that bet, wouldn't you? If they're like a fucking million, you know, what are you going to say?
I'm sure all his friends have a lot of money.
Exactly, but, you know, yeah.
White's appointment to the board of Meta in January
How can we invest? They know.
Yeah.
2025. What's your impressions of Zuckerberg from your time on the board?
One of the most impressive human beings that I've ever met in my life. I mean, you and I talked a little earlier. I like killers. I like Michael Jordan. I like Tyson.
The most impressive people to this guy are killers.
You know, I like
People who are cutthroat, who will do anything to destroy the competition.
Carl Icahn and these type of guys. And Mark Zuckerberg might be the biggest killer I've ever met.
Here's the thing, when Michael Jordan's quote-unquote killing the competition on the basketball court, that's something we can all live with because he's taking his insane drive for competitiveness and he's using it in a sport, which it really doesn't matter. But when you're Zuckerberg and you're taking that insane drive to competitiveness and compete and drive out the competition in life, that's a little concerning. You're a quote-unquote a killer. What are you killing? Like, I don't know. And the fact that Dana's like, yeah, my favorite type of people are killers. People that just crush the competition and are savages and ruthless. It's like, okay.
Things that I've ever met in my life. I mean, you and I talked a little earlier.
What's your impressions of Zuckerberg from your time on the board?
One of the most impressive human beings that I've ever met in my life. I mean, you and I
right up there with Trump. Your best friend Trump and Zuckerberg, one of the most amazing people you've ever met. A couple of killers.
talked a little earlier. I like killers. I like Michael.
Oh man. Let's see. Let's get to the crux of this thing.
At UFC headquarters in Las Vegas, White shows me his collections, and he calls himself, quote, unapologetically masculine.
And then
He's just unapologetically a dumbass.
over here, this is actually a real samurai.
Because he's gonna talk about what he thinks is masculine here in a minute, and then I'm gonna agree with like a couple things probably, but then I'm gonna add in so many things he misses the boat on that are actually masculine.
From the early 1600s.
And I'm gonna also do you have anything to say, Joey?
Nah.
I'm sure you'll have
Mine's
some.
over.
What's up?
I'm over this guy.
Yeah, but I just wanna really hit home the contrast on like what he thinks is masculine, and then like some ideas that I have of things that we should maybe start to consider in that area too. I mean, this stuff is cool that he has collections, but anyway.
Two of the swords over there are actually from a samurai lord.
I really don't care
It's
about
the full skull of the kids fight. Probably.
I'm into like sound.
No, yeah, his collectibles are cool, but I'm skipping over it because it's not about me. Like, I'm not going to critique that, but it is cool if you want to watch that part of the video for yourself.
There's a lot of talk about the man.
He had like the samurai outfit and then like a full saber-tooth skull. He said it was like one of the only full ones found, so that's cool. But whatever.
This year's, these days, the manosphere. You consider yourself part of the manosphere.
I consider myself a man. That's what I consider myself. And there's nothing I hate worse
Yeah.
than men that don't act like men. So if that puts me in the manosphere, then I guess I'm in.
And we've talked about mental health, men talking about their mental health. We talked about inside 2 years ago. You don't think men? Why don't you think men should be open publicly about their mental health struggles?
Well, I think that
Why don't you get a suit that fits a little bit better there, buddy?
it's unfortunately when you're a man, there are certain
I had issues with that also.
Yeah. We don't have to wear suits as men. How about that?
obligations you have as a man, especially if you're a man that's gonna
What
get
should he be
married.
wearing?
Whatever he likes. If he's an alpha male and he's already successful and no one's looking to hire Dana White, he can wear whatever the fuck he wants. He doesn't have to wear a suit that doesn't fit him.
You don't think this is professional, like showing up to the interview, like professionally?
Yeah, but
Like,
he
he
said
just
Mark
did it-
Zuckerberg
he
was a
just did
killer,
it-
and Mark Zuckerberg goes everywhere in a t-shirt.
He just did a Time magazine picture.
Yeah, that's true. But have a suit that fucking fits then.
Yeah.
If you're worth millions of
Yeah,
dollars,
fucking millionaire should be like
you can have a
customized.
custom made suit, bro.
The man has a job in the relationship.
And the cuffs are supposed to be a little short, or the sleeves are supposed to be a little short, but not that much.
and in the family unit, and a woman has
And it looks like he has padding in the shoulders, and what kind of man shit is that?
a job inside the family unit. Every day when you wake up as a man, you are responsible for your family and to make sure that you.
Is it
you know,
masculine to have
from-
padding in the shoulders of your suit to make your shoulders look more pronounced? Is that masculine?
Fighting
He's
and,
look
and,
masculine.
Huh?
He looks maxing.
Yeah.
He's been hanging out with the big
support.
support too much.
Yeah. I think that might be a kind of like a somewhat of a standard thing in suits, but it's still weird.
for your wife, raising your children. You play a huge role in raising your children. And I just think that if you're the type of person, you're a man that needs to get therapy or do whatever, then you do that on your own and you do it, but you stay this strong figure inside the family. So that, I mean, if you start breaking down mentally, what does that do to your kids when they see that? What does what does that do to your wife when she sees it? It's the cross we bear as men and as fathers and as the head of the family. It's just, I'm not saying that men don't have mental health problems.
But if we have problems, just deal with it. Don't tell anybody about it. Don't talk about it. Just deal with it.
I mean, I think everybody has their moments where, like, holy, the world's coming down on me. And, you get through that day, you go home, you get some sleep, and you got to get back up out of bed the next day and get ready to kick some more ass. It's what you do as a man and what you do as a husband and a father.
Is it a sign
It's never going to change. I mean, you can be a bachelor and not get married and not have kids. You can do whatever the hell you want to do, right? But if you're going to raise a family, and I don't believe in this, let's go on a date and you pay half the, I'm not going to not open the car door or the door for a woman. I'm that guy. Maybe I'm too old school. Maybe that's what it is. But that's never
You're married into a bad deal. That's what that is.
going to change me.
Is it a sign of weakness, in your opinion, if a man is mentally talking?
It's like men are getting fucked over in society, in the dating market. If we just accept it and keep chugging forward like he suggests, we're never going to talk about, which we already have the words out. We've already talked about it amongst each other, and that's what the whole red pill is about. But he's like, just keep on chugging along and dealing with it. It's like, dude, that sounds like a big hell no from me.
About it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a sign of weakness. I mean, there's no other way to look at it. It's like, oh, it's not fair, Ben. That's not fair. Life's not fair. You're right. Life's not fair. Let me tell you what. There are, every day when you go to work or you go out in the real world, there are people that are...
There are shysters like this who want to trick the real alpha males into beating the shit out of each other for pennies on the dollar instead of kicking your fucking phony ass. That's what's going on, right? But if we don't talk about it and we just keep letting them beat each other up, oh, don't talk about it, just keep being a man and keep going to work and keep on keeping on. How about we talk about things and realize we're getting fucked by you and your buddy Trump? That's who all those UFC fighters need to fucking pound on. We need to let them fucking fight Trump.
looking to take what you have, take your position. Probably guys that want your job over at Time Magazine. I don't know the layout, but it exists. They're out there, and that's the way it is. In the world,
That's the way it is in Dana's world. Kill or be killed.
this isn't a nice place. It's not all, sunshine and rainbows, man. There's some bad days out there. And as a man and as the head of your family, you're the guy that has to deal with all of it. You're the man who has to protect your family if bad things go down. And yeah, I very much believe in all of that to my core.
You described UFC as unapologetically masculine.
So
Unapologetically masculine.
I think that's. Let me see.
How do you want to appeal to UFC?
Very much believe in all of that family. You're the guy that has. It's not all, sunshine and rainbows, man.
So masculinity is putting your head down and continue to deal with it, even if it sucks. Putting it on the line for your wife and your kids, and just dealing with like all the shitty stuff. Did he mention anything good about it? The good, what good it is and could be? That sounded like shit. Listen,
some bad days out there, and as a man and as the head of your family, you're the guy that has to deal with all of it. You're the man who has to protect your family. If
you have to deal with all the problems and deal with all the danger and do all the protecting.
Things go down, and yeah, I very much believe in all of that to my core.
Wow. I think there was something where he said about. Oh man, I thought there was another part where he said something more distinct that I want to respond to, but this is good enough. Like, his idea about masculinity is just so Andrew Tate lame, bare bones. What about questioning the authority, setting a good example for your kids as far as like having new thoughts and questioning the way things are, and being open thinkers and being open when they are introduced to a new idea and not being super stubborn. And like, there's so much more to masculinity and what a real man is than just taking all the burden for your family. Like, that is just such a like low level and just basic form of what it is. So like, I don't know. I just don't think he does masculinity much justice. I'm not saying he's not masculine, but I'm just saying he's not a good representation of it. He's not a good advocate for it. And, like I said earlier, we were talking about how these guys don't get paid that well, really. Like, he's making millions and millions while these other dudes just beat the shit out of each other and make a couple, like, thousands, basically. And he supports Trump, who is an absolute fucking goddamn loser. Like, Trump's good to mock, and he's a good character to mock, but he's not a good person. He's not a good president. He hasn't been good for the economy. He hasn't been good for the world. He's negative. People that follow Trump are more negative because of that. It's obvious to see. So when you say, what's Trump's net influence, the people that follow and support him are more negative because of that. So he's not a good influence. And when you can't discern that and you start supporting him too, Dana White, you're not a good leader. You're a bad influence on people that think you're cool and it's cool to support you and follow you because you're rich and you got it going on. You seem to have it all together. You're perpetrating bad shit. It's like, this is really concerning.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the point and shoot sheriff. This is concerning. You understand me, cuck? The rant's over. I mean, what do you have to say, Joey?
When he says like friend, I think he means business friend.
He said Donald Trump was one of his best friends.
Yeah, but I think the main reason why they're super good best friends is because it has to do with business.
Okay, well then that brings my other point. You know that money is not like we all money like, man. Yeah,
for sure. Like once you're almost half of once you're almost to $1 billion, what's the point?
What's the point? And you shouldn't do things that contradict your morals for money. Because
sure, especially once you have that much money, it's like, dude, just be a good person.
Think about this.
Like greed is a sin, and y'all are like the peak of greed.
Yeah.
These people.
If you die, the money doesn't go with you. So whatever, if you believe in any kind of afterlife, that doesn't matter. And if you think that this life is all there is and there's nothing else, think about this. Only 100 years ago, we had the Great Depression. Money literally meant nothing for several years in this country. So that kind of thing can happen again. If we have a war or a crazy thing and the stock market crashes for a week or two, what if money means nothing for a week or two? People will start to think during that time, damn, these certain things that I did for money, in the time when money is worthless for a little while, you're going to realize that, like, yeah, money's real and it means something, but maybe not what you once thought. If there's ever a time period where money is meaningless, it's really going to hit home. Oh, damn, I fucked this person over. I was rude to this person. I did this business deal and cheated all these people out of money and, like, basically stuff that they're going to
gonna
fed
wanna
their
help
families
you.
with. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to start thinking about, like, damn, it really wasn't that big of a deal. And it really didn't matter as much. You're still just a person treating people the way you're treating people. So, I don't know. And I think it's part of being a masculine male and a leader should be discernment and being able to quote unquote judge. And if you have a larger voice, it's more important on who you endorse and what ideas you get behind and you advocate for. And when you're advocating for a lot of violence and Trump, you got to rethink your stuff. That's not a good shit to be behind, but anyway.
For sure. Because at the end of the day, all we really have is each other. Not these fake business friends or all this politics.
Yeah.
Or even corrupt shit. Like, and also, like, you want to treat people good. You never know when someone
You never know what's
wants
going to
to kill
happen.
you.
Dana White's so focused. We kind of skipped over it because I wanted to get to this masculinity part. But in the beginning, he was so focused and hyped up on like having that UFC 250 event. What if that thing is such a security risk? Like Joe Rogan's expecting it to be a security risk because it's going to be outside at the White House and there's going to be a lot of famous people there. What if people get killed there? And then Dana White was so focused on like getting his way and like feeding his ego and doing this huge event that it was going to be like an all-time big deal. And he thinks, oh, this is great. I want this for my legacy and all this. But then what if it ends up being something bad happens and then he's like, man, if I just would have not done that, that wouldn't have happened. I'm not saying it will and hopefully it doesn't, but I'm just saying he's in a place where he's thinking more and more about himself and greed and not the right things from what I see. So anyway, hopefully I'm wrong, but that's my opinion on it. And have you heard anything, moving on, have you heard anything about this Jeff Bezos rocket or did you just kind of see the...
I just saw that it blew up.
Oh, okay.
But like, here's another, like, I understand if your company makes you money, like if it just prints you money, I get it. Like Amazon, Facebook, all these like big companies. But like, put that money towards good. You know?
Yeah.
Like this rocket blowing up, like how much money did you waste on this tragedy? No one died, thankfully.
Yeah.
And you're trying to build the moon base or whatever. They're trying to help with the moon base.
The moon
But, like,
base.
Have you heard of that? I don't know. I just think the money could go towards like starving people or like to end war. Or just,
When's the projected
it's
date for them to have
immense.
that?
I don't know. We'll probably be dead by then. How come we don't have infinite crops?
Yeah.
Like infinite food production for people?
Hmm.
Or infinite clean water? Or vehicles that run on water? You know. Why haven't we ended like war, famine?
Yeah. They've had cars that have run off of other stuff, but the oil companies buy the patents and then just like keep them so that we can't use them, you know?
Yeah, like why do that?
Yeah, it's crooked.
Just greed.
Yeah.
Now, in an unmanned Blue
Like,
Origin
why are we trying
rocket,
to
the
be
space
a utopian society. Why are we trying to be like just fucking bare minimum?
Something weird going on.
Yeah, sure.
performing a static fire test of its New Glenn rocket at Cape Canaveral when it suddenly exploded. Blue Origin posted a social media video a short time ago saying it experienced an anomaly during a hot fire test and that all personnel were accounted for.
How much gas did that waste?
It's planning to send 48 Amazon satellites into orbit next week as part of its ongoing space program. Blue Origin most recently had to abort a planned launch of the same rocket last
what are y'all
month
doing in
due to a
space?
thrust
Just
issue.
Space, the fake place.
Focus on the Earth.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, we've already been to the moon, apparently. Like, we have satellites in why do you need more satellites in space?
It's funny how when they went
Can't
to
you
the
send
moon,
them, like,
yeah.
Can't you send them like one at a time? Like, why are you trying to send all these satellites and pollute the fucking space?
When they go to space, they never show any of the satellites. Like when Artemis went around the moon, they didn't show any satellites in that. It's weird.
Shit. Very weird.
You run out of praise, your son of a federal juggernaut mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game.
Wow.
You had to catch Cal and dunk it. Was you who punked this? I'm the one who strung the pain. That hill you can die on. It's way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need
He is so terrible.
to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I steal on you suckers, I maul you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a B to even say my name. You ever heard of a wonder kid? My children is some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin as unharmed playing. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga, straight. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the break. Y'all
Wow, this is so terrible.
better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut-ass nigga still stuttering. And chatting Patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
It was so cheesy. Not even good.
He's just trying to send a message.
Yeah.
Why I do the
He's just
freestyle
focusing
version.
on the message.
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even...
I can't even tell who he's dissing, can you?
No, but
so
like
trash.
Catty Patty.
Chatty
I
Patty.
think that's the only one. Chatty Patty, it's for sure this, and he did some other guy, and I for sure know he disses Drake, Kanye, Nicki Minaj.
Coming up or
I don't know
what?
who else? He goes, yeah, he goes after everybody.
No way.
Like,
Kids,
yeah,
enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm government.
What the fuck? You trying to say he's a MAGA assassinator? Cash Patel, I found your guy. Get him, Cash.
the MAGA is against him.
Nah, I'm saying I got MAGA.
Bullshit.
Look, watch.
Take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. This get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the hoe. I never looked up to them.
What?
The little noise, the little sound effect.
Yeah, that's cooking.
Like 1 or 5 times is okay, but when you're spamming it like the whole time, it's like, grow up.
Niggas is working. In perpetuity, how your contract is worded. Man, you go man.
All his bars are just about how rich he is and how much interest he has and how much jewelry he has and how much richer he is than you. It's like, dude, if there's no money, I would hold you down and shave that head in a second and you'd be crying.
The roots remember, even when the trees pretend, not too much of my name. Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees, S-H-A-W-N. I find it adorable she put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin. I said, you don't know, the show ain't even begin.
He didn't diss any of those people. What the heck?
He does it like
It's the first like 12 bars, so on last.
Trust me, he does. I watched the video.
Because the last
the guy explaining it.
I haven't seen Jay-Z
Something like drama guy.
There's nothing wrong with being passionate, and even if you're upset, but this.
I'm governed by God. You trying to break the covenant. I'm free. Why you?
He was rapping like a friggin' ant.
Here we go.
Hey, sir, unharmed player. Yes, those shots came from the very top. You wonder why you do the freestyle rehearsal.
Here we go.
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. But I can't get into take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got mad at the Republicans. Those shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the hole. I never looked up to them. Your publishing games, so go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. Niggas is workers. In perpetuity is how your contract is working.
Man, he became a celebrity, so now he's a celebrity gangster.
Yeah. He's not a gangster.
Apparently, he has private investigators on people the second they make like a bad video about him.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you're
like
a gangster. That just means you have a lot of money.
Kanye was like, Jay-Z, don't send me killers. I know you got him.
Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees. S-H-A-W-N. I find it adorable. She put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin. I said, you don't know, the show ain't even begin.
Okay. So Jay-Z, during his set at Roots Picnic, he started with a freestyle seemingly addressing any and everybody who has, grieved him over the last couple of years. The list includes Nicki Minaj, of course, El Drake, Drake, of course, Kanye West, Oskino, he caught some bars, of course, Dame Dash caught some bars, Tory Lanez and his pops caught some bars, okay? So it was a family lashing at that point. I said Nicki before, right? Yeah. That's about it.
Oh, it's so cryptic, though. You have to know the specific details of each friggin' beef to know what he's dissing. It's like, just say their name, you fucking giant pussy.
Yeah, for real. And why rap? You should just be like, fuck Kanye, fuck Nicki.
That's cool if you want to rap.
Fuck everyone that's against me. Yeah. That would have been real gangster.
Yeah.
Y'all been talking bad about me this whole fucking time. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Where y'all at? I'll fucking come out again. But like I said, this could all be scripted, bro. Because like they've been saying that hip-hop's been dead. Hip-hop's been dead. So this could be like a way to bring back everybody in the game. It's like...
Yeah.
They're making disses left and right, like everybody. And everyone's listening to hip-hop again. You never know. It'll all be fake.
Yeah, it is. It's probably scripted. Like you said, it's hard to take anything genuine like that when it has entertainment in with it.
Like this rap, this freestyle, he wrote it down. He's been practicing it.
It was terrible, too. He should just quit. You're terrible.
Sorry, Jay-Z.
You suck
Don't
balls.
Can never be like Drake.
I would bet all my money in my bank account to show up and freestyle battle you, and you would lose because you suck balls. I got 50,000. That's all the money in my bank account. You put up 50,000, Jay-Z, and I'll out-rap you.
Sheesh.
You suck balls. I never want to hear you rap again. That's what I got to say about that. But, well, You want to cover anything else? We pretty much hit everything so far.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. Pretty good stream.
All right, everybody.
Oh, go ahead.
Talked about Jeff Bezos a little bit. We talked about Dana White a little bit. Jay-Z a little bit. Kanye, all these guys. Fuck Trump. Right, Logan.
Yeah.
And what else did we
Dana
talk about at the
White,
beginning?
the
Spurs. Go Spurs, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Joe Games. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
Peace.
It was a good one. Yeah, Joey broke down everything we covered. It was a good one. Y'all let us know what y'all thought of the topics. Let us know your opinion on, where you fall on the side of all, each one, and what you want to see us cover in the future. And maybe if there's one of those you want to hear in more detail, we'll hit it again. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon. It's LG from Where There's Smoke. I'm out.
Peace.